Number 8, does it appear to be the minutes of the City Commission meeting of May 5th, not the minutes, the agenda of the City Committee meeting of May 15, 2006?
I have to say just what I did about the other one. It appears
to be.
But it's different because that's not how we present it. Maybe this was off the website.
Possibly.
Yeah. I mean, it appears to be, but the agenda is more in line with this.
Okay.
But it appears to be, our records can certainly prove whether it is or not, but it appears to be as the other. But it looks like it comes from our website more so than our regular agenda.
And it purports to be, if you look down toward the middle of the document, just above the block 10 thing that says City Commission meeting, the date of Monday, May 15, 2006 appears. Is that correct?
Yes.
So this would have been one of your, in fact, it's valid. It
would
have been one of your regular.
It's difficult to depend on the website because it could change so I'd have to see the regular agenda to validate, because this could have been on the website and things change, or maybe it could be different things change. So it's just something that appears to come off our website, but it's not one of our agenda that we give.
Let me ask your lawyer for a moment. I think our production request should have gotten this. If in fact this exists, would you give us a?
You want I'll get you one. That's no problem.
Okay.
You want a May 15th?
Yeah.
15th or 5th?
May 15th.
15th agenda. Sure.
Just so we can make that part of it. I'd like you to turn over to the third page. This is a consent agenda item, and item B states minutes of the April 11th, 2005 Board of Canvassers meeting. You see that?
Yes, sir.
And if this accurately reflects the meeting of the City Commission, then that item was on the agenda on that day. Is that correct?
Yes.
Do you recall having approved on a consent agenda the minutes of the April 11, 2006 Board of Canvassers meeting?
I know we approved it, I just don't know.
No,
I remember it being approved on the agenda, whether it was on consent or regular, but it was approved on an agenda. Yes, sir.
And if in fact the minutes of one of the City Commission meetings do reflect that it was on an agenda and it was approved, then that's when it was done. Is that correct?
Whenever the documents reflect. Yes, sir.
So we'll ask for the minutes of that meeting as well as the agenda. This purports to be the agenda. Thank you.
Oh, wait, so you want the minutes of the May 15th meeting?
As well as the agenda. Yeah. Now, consent in terms of your, I'm sorry, you want to add something to your testimony?
No.
Okay. Consent, in the sense of your consent agenda, means without discussion.
That's what consent means.
Okay.
But sometimes there's things on the consent that are pulled off consent from the dais. Even though it may be advertised as a consent agenda, the commission can at any time pull that consent item and have it for discussion, and we can find that out as well. In fact,
Mr. Watson, citizens had requested that this item of approving the minutes of the Board of Canvassers be removed from the consent agenda, hadn't it?
I don't recall, but like I said, the documents will reflect. I was just letting you know our procedure.
Right.
So,
but it wasn't removed from the consent agenda, was it?
I don't recall. Okay. But the documents will reflect that, so we'll know once we pull it and everything. I just don't recall, sir.
Mr. Watson, we're very close to completed, I'd like to take just a few minutes with my clients here.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll come back within 10 minutes. Is that okay? Okay.
Here's your...
Ms. Watson, who is it that trains the canvassing board as to its functions and what it's supposed to do?
The deputy clerk.
And
no, let me back up. Strike that, please. The Pam Carpenter and her assistants came here and did it, and they do it every year. I was thinking about the other thing. So the supervisor of elections office.
Did you attend a meeting in which you and the other members of the canvassing board and the staff were being instructed about the functions of the canvassing board?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When was that done?
Maybe a day or two prior to the election.
And were all of the members present?
Yes.
And are you aware that in the city of Alachua, to the extent that the Alachua Charter and Code of Ordinances doesn't provide for the election, that state law applies?
The election's been governed the way it's been governed ever since I've worked for the city, as long as I've known. I've been with the city 23 years or so.
Is it a part of your responsibility to know and understand the laws that prescribe how the election is to be conducted?
I read and understand them as they apply when it's pertinent, but I do not walk around and remember everything, but I certainly read everything that's specific that I need to during those processes.
And do you know what the procedure is for examining provisional votes?
I did at the time when I look over the documents.
As you sit here today, do you know?
I don't recall the entire process, but any time we go over any process, whether it's election or land development regulation, comp plan, any of those, I read over those documents and understand it and apply it as it's documented. Now,
I just want to go back to just a couple more questions about things we did before. How long were you present at James Lewis's campaign booth on the occurrence that we referred to later on, earlier on?
I don't recall. I stopped at his booth. I stopped at almost every booth, but I do not recall how long I stopped and talked.
Were you there an hour or so?
No, I don't think I was anywhere. I don't even know where I was there for that long, because I had I know I wasn't standing there an hour, because I walked around the entire time that I was at the function, but I did stop at his booth.
Now, you mentioned that you or the staff would receive information for the commissioners here in City Hall.
Yes.
Did you or the staff receive any campaign donations for James Lewis in connection with the prior election at City Hall?
I didn't receive any. I'm not aware of anyone receiving any.
Mr. Watson, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I just have a few questions. In questioning, it came up that the canvassing board, when they met after the election, met in this room that were taking this deposition. Correct?
That's correct.
Okay. Now, if I understand it, the ballots were out on a table similar to the table we have here,
Yes.
and that
It was probably these two tables.